You've done the research and organized your thoughts, but the actual draft feels mechanical. When you sit down to type it out, the text often reads like a fragmented list rather than a professional essay. This gap between notes and narrative is common. The left side reflects the short, disconnected bursts of information we use during research, while the right side shows the cohesive paragraphs expected in academic writing. Both contain the same data. Bridging this gap requires a three-step sequence: building simple sentences, joining them into compound sentences, and finally, using adverbials to link those thoughts into a single logical flow. Writing effectively is a mechanical assembly, the deliberate placement of grammatical building blocks in a specific order to create a clear structure. Step 1 begins with the foundation. In English, every functional sentence requires a core structure consisting of a subject and a verb, and usually an object. We can see this structure in action within the blue box here. In the example, psychologists study human behavior, the sentence is built from 3 distinct parts. The subject identifies who or what the sentence is about. In this case, the people taking the action are the psychologists. The verb describes the action. Here, the action being taken by the psychologists is study. The object is the noun affected by the verb. What are they studying? Human behavior. Audit your rough notes. Before moving to a full paragraph, confirm each point has a clear subject, an active verb, and a defined object. While this SVO pattern ensures each sentence is grammatically correct, stacking them creates the robotic choppiness we are working to eliminate. To solve that choppiness, you might feel the urge to push 2 related ideas together into one long sentence. However, joining independent thoughts without proper support creates a structural error. Simply placing "science explores the human brain" directly against "it is still not possible to say how memory works" results in a run-on sentence. To merge these thoughts safely, we use coordinators. These act as grammatical glue, allowing 2 independent clauses to coexist within a single compound sentence. As shown here, different coordinators perform different jobs. You use "and" to add information, "but" to introduce a contrast, and "or" to present alternatives. We can fix our broken example by inserting the word "but" between the 2 clauses. The run-on is resolved, and the grammar is now secure. Notice how the choice of "but" resolves the error while defining the relationship between the ideas. Compound sentences help remove the choppiness, but they are only the middle step. To build momentum across a whole paragraph, we need to bridge these sentence groups together. This brings us to linking adverbials. These words make up about 10% of academic writing, providing the contextual detail needed to bridge complex ideas. Do not use these words randomly to make a draft sound more sophisticated. Adverbials must be categorized and chosen based on their specific logical function. You have specific tools for specific tasks. You can compare similar ideas with "similarly," offer an explanation with "in other words," or introduce evidence using "for instance." Take these 2 separate sentences. China's urban population has increased dramatically since the 1970s, and India's cities have grown in the last 30 years. We bridge the gap by placing the adverbial "similarly" at the start of the second sentence. This single word prepares the reader for a comparison before they even reach the subject of the second sentence. It signals the logical connection between growth in India and in China. Adverbials act as a navigational map, marking the path from one thought to the next so the reader can follow the logic of the argument. We began with the challenge of transforming raw, fragmented notes into a structured academic narrative. Applying this formula allows you to integrate fragmented notes into a cohesive structure. You lock the subjects, verbs, and objects together for factual clarity, use coordinators to merge related points, and employ adverbials to bridge the gaps between sentences. Secure the core SVO components, bridge related thoughts with coordinators, and use adverbials to guide the reader through your logic. Look at your current assignment. Find 2 simple sentences that discuss related ideas, and apply a coordinator between them to start building your narrative.